Latest on Typhoon Trami, which continues to menace the southern Japanese islands as it continues on its very slow motion towards the north. It's still a Category 2 at this time, with winds of 105 miles per hour, that's around 170 kilometers per hour, with a pressure around 950. Here's its current position, still a Stage 6 on the CDPS, catastrophic, the wind field just shy of those Ryukyu islands of Japan, which will probably get tropical storm conditions in the next 24 hours. 208 miles from Miyakojima, 242 from Naha on Okinawa, and 403 miles from the Amami Islands. Still 433 from Taipei. I doubt tropical storm force winds will occur there unless a significant turn towards the northwest occurs. Gale advisory in effect for Taiwan still, and for all of the Ryukyu Islands up to the southern part of Kyushu. Some areas around Kagoshima as well also under that advisory. It will continue to expand. This is what we've got expected over the next few days: an initial northwestward movement, then moving off towards the northeast, affecting Japan as it continues off towards the northeast, and then probably a post-tropical transition later on. What is pretty much assured is that all of Japan could see tropical storm conditions, and that new typhoon moving in behind as well. It's just been designated 30W, by the way, by the JTWC. That will be our next typhoon. That could also go on to affect the Japanese islands too. Sea surface temperatures though look like this: very warm, 28 or 29 degrees, similar temperatures extending into the East China Sea, going down a little bit as you get closer to Japan or indeed the Korean Peninsula. And again, here's another look of the system, which now has a very wide wind field. You can see there, moving through, just about clipping the northeastern tip of Taiwan as well with those tropical storm force winds. And by the time we enter early next week, you can see there its probable track, moving it towards the southern coast of the main Japanese islands and then through the central part of Honshu, where high chances of storm conditions prevail all over the central part of Honshu, further north there as well. And another look there, that next typhoon moving in next week could be another one, 1-2 storms here that we could be looking at over the next few days. Here's the latest percentage chances for tropical storm force winds, pretty much a foregone conclusion in most of these locations, extending all the way up to southern Hokkaido as well, the greater than half chance of storm condition percentages. Now, one or two models call for perhaps some re-intensification, HWRF and CTCX particularly bullish, possibly getting the storm back to Category 4. That's still 2 days from now as well. Wind shear will go through the roof on the last day of September and possibly earlier than then. And here's another look at the track. Pretty much good agreement there. The CTCX most notably there, taking it further south than any of the other models at this time, and possibly further south than Okinawa even. But here's the latest in the animated loops. You can see there ever so slight northwestward movement by the looks of things. There's the water vapor imagery. Yes, you can see quite clearly there northwestward movement of the center in those last few frames. So I would say that the storm is still going to track very close to and probably west of Okinawa into the East China Sea, and then possibly through the Amami Islands maybe, or through Kyushu, through Shikoku into Honshu, Japan over the next few days. We'll keep monitoring this one closely. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. You can also add my personal account on Discord, Fool13 at extension 9094, and Force13 on Skype. We also have a new server on Discord. You can find a link in the community tab.